to the CRAM Literacy Series. Let's talk about student Lexile measurements. Not all students measure the same height. So as a teacher, you're probably wondering, how do I know how tall my students actually stand with reading? There are two tools that you can use. You can use SLDS platform or you can use the MAP platform. Today's learning target will be working to learn how to identify student Lexile measurements. Let's start with the MAP platform. MAP is more than written measurements. Once you're in the MAP platform, the first thing you want to do is access your class record. To do so, click on View MAP Reports, come down to MAP Growth Reports, and wait for it to load. You want to select a class report because we would like to know how our students are doing in the class. Once you do so, click on the class you would like to select. This time, just pull their reading measurements. So select Reading, come down to Create PDF Report. Once you've downloaded your report, it looks like this. Notice that you can see the number of students who have tested in the summary box. You can also see their written measurements, but today we're checking for Lexile. As you can see on this graph here, we've checked for informational text, which is our reading strategy that we're focusing on for the CRAM Literacy Series. Notice the class report. Here it lets you know the Lexile range for each student, as well as the amount of time it took the students to take the test. The scores are already ranked in groups, and so you can bracket off your students because they are ranked not straight alpha, but ranked by their Lexile and written measurements. Another platform that you can use is SLDS, which you can access from Infinite Campus. Once you're in SLDS, you'll see your teacher platform here, and we want to select one of the classes. Let's look at this biology class. Once we click on the biology class and it loads up, at the top of the screen you'll see a save icon, which some people call it floppy disk. Click on that. Click on CSV. That will allow us to open it up as an Excel spreadsheet. So when you click on Save, you want to open it with Microsoft Excel. In Excel, it's going to come in a way that you can manipulate the data. I've already tiered the students by using their last Lexile measurement, and I sorted by that particular column. There's a lot of data you can get from this spreadsheet. It lets us know the students' milestone performance levels. Notice under achievement, it tells me the subject as well as whether they were beginning learner, developing learner, or distinguished or proficient learner. That gives you some insight for those of you who have EOCs to predict what that child will do in your course in the future. But even if you don't have an EOC, this data is still important because if you notice what they did in ELA, that's most likely what they would do in your course if they were to take an end of the pathway assessment because the reading standards are generally the same. You have now completed step 1 of the CRAM Literacy Series. So, you've now tiered your students, you know what levels they're on for your classes. You need that to now start pulling leveled text. Stay tuned for more videos.